Hey, Andre and Dragos. So I just wanted to catch up with you guys and let you know what's happening. All right. So first of all, first things first, we are able and willing to do all the content they need, except for one thing. We don't. Um, we would need to talk if they want us to do their social media, except for post updates. So what we can write without any further discussion is um, like, let's say for every article, we would write 3 updates and then they just release them over 48 hours after publishing an article. So this is straightforward, automatic. So is everything else from video scripts to blog posts, everything they need. But so far there have been some problems with miscommunication. So with your guys' permission, I'd like to take charge of a lot more and help us all get coordinated and sort of take over the content and centralize it for myself. But to a degree anyway. So first of all, the promo video script that Andrea, you asked me about, the initial request was to look for ways to improve it. I left a bunch of comments here about a week ago, 2 weeks ago, or 1.5 weeks ago. It doesn't, maybe nobody saw them, but if you need me to do the video script, I can make the changes I commented on myself. That's cool. Just let me know. So that's thing number one. Now on to the main things. So, number one, very important. We need to know what the fuck we're selling. Are they going to have a pre-sale? Are they going to have a crowd sale? What are we doing all of this for, right? Because this is something right now I don't understand. All right, great. It's a blockchain protocol. Nice, sweet. But, like, people don't pay me and the agency $100 for 500 words just for us to write nice articles. It's very important that everything contributes to their goal, and I don't know what the fuck their goal is. And that is like the number one problem. I don't know where this is going. I don't know what we're trying to sell. I don't know what we're trying to convince people of. I really have no clue. I don't know, are we even trying to sell anything, or are we just trying to maybe attract investment by increasing awareness of the project? I really have no clue. Moreover, they have their own medium, but they don't really manage it that well. So maybe they should just give me their Medium account. I'll set everything up, and I'll be the one in charge of publishing shit. Like, that would work pretty well. But again, we need to know, where is this going? They don't appear to have a website or anything else, so like, I don't know. Do I send people to their website? Do I send them somewhere else so they learn about the ICO? Where's the white paper link? Like what? What do they want? So that's number one. We need to know what we're selling. Right? Number two, we need some pretty serious help to figure out the customer avatars. So we made a few drafts like this. Right? So here's Millennial Mike. He's 29. He's married or in a committed relationship. He has a kid. Just whatever his pain points, his challenges, his fears. But when we get to the point of what is his interest in the Acropolis project, again, we don't know, because we don't know what we're trying to sell here. So we don't know how to position this to people. And again, if we're going to be making all this content, it has to work, especially at our price point. So this is something that's very important, right? These two things. We need to know what we're selling, and we need their help to figure out exactly, like, who we're trying to bring in. Is it investors? Is it maybe developers? Is it, right now I don't even really know what the fuck the token does. So, I actually researched this online pretty extensively. But, like, the white paper is great, but Like, what, should we just send people to read the white paper? Again, that could work, but need to know exactly what we're selling. The other thing, basically, like I said, I'm very happy to take on more responsibility, and I'm very happy to just personally manage and centralize all these activities. I'm happy to manage their Medium account. I'm happy to plan their SEO if they have a website, to write blog posts in such a way that they show up in Google on the first page and everything else. But I'm happy to get more involved. But for that, we needed a retainer. They would have to pay some amount of money every month, and they would get my time and the agency's time and a certain amount of content, and just a much more committed relationship, as it were. I'm happy to commit to their thing if they're willing to either give the content a separate retainer, like obviously with your margin added, or if not that, I mean, if we're not going to be on retainer, we need some kind of pre-funding, because I'll be super honest, guys. When I was just doing stuff for you, Dragos, I have no problem working without prepayment. But they need a lot of content. And honestly, I still don't fully trust them or their ability to pay consistently. So either pre-funding, it doesn't have to be big. I mean, at this point, for us to just write a bunch of more articles, something like $500 to $1,000 would be good, just so we know that we're working. Even if suddenly they drop off the face of the earth, it'll be good for us to know that we already have half of the money. So either a retainer or pre-funding. If they're going to go with the pre-funding, we need more involvement from them. I really need somebody to be talking to me. I need somebody to be able to explain what we're trying to accomplish. And most importantly, another project. So, okay. I made up this little spreadsheet. So they gave a bunch of reference links, which is great. Reference links are great. They also, I think they have here working titles. Yeah, they have working titles. But I need somebody from their side, if we're not going to be on retainer, if I'm not the one personally managing their channels and what gets posted and whatnot, I need them to fill in this spreadsheet. So they give a reference link, maybe a working title. I need to know, where is it going? A WordPress of their own, Medium? Is it going to be on a Facebook blog? Is it going on Cointelegraph? I need to know exactly where it's fucking going for this whole thing to work. Here we'll have a customer avatar. So we have Millennial Mike, then we have Millennial Molly, who's like the American female version. And I want to draw up customer avatars for like potential investors and pension fund agents. So for each post, we should know the channel, the customer avatar, and I want them to say, do we need a social post and like for announcements or not? How many? Do we need a Telegram post for the group? Do we need a header image? Do we need an announcement email? I mean, this sounds like a lot, and it is a bit of work to get used to. But if they just fill this in, it takes 20 seconds to think about, do we want a social post? Do we want a Telegram post? If they just help me by filling in the spreadsheet, we would just turn them around, one single Google document with stock photographs, with the header, with the email announcement, with the social media announcement, everything that they need. But they need to do something like this. They can't just be rolling up every once in a while like, oh, what's up, where's the content at? Like, nah, you need to get involved. They need to get involved, not you guys. So that's basically our situation. We on our side, we've been ready for like a month. We're ready to take on more work. We're ready to do more things. most importantly, we're ready to actually be effective, and to really do their content marketing and help them do their content marketing in a way that really fucking helps. And even more importantly than that, I would really love to cooperate with the people driving your traffic. Andrea, I understand that's you. I would really love to coordinate with you and basically like plan content and traffic campaigns where I make the content, you send in the traffic, and we learn. We look at how to make it better every single time. We look at the results. Like, we look at the very specific, very measurable amount of clicks. We have a heat map to see how much of the content gets read. And we actually make this a campaign that gets better over time and actually delivers results. But again, for all of this to happen, a few important things. Either they have to get a lot more involved and fill in that spreadsheet, and then you and I can cooperate, Andrea, on our side. So it'll be like a triangle, them, you, traffic, me, content. Alternatively, if they don't have the time or the willingness to do that, they should put me on retainer. And myself and my colleagues will write the content, monitor their Facebook blog and post there, monitor their Medium blog and post there. Basically do everything content related so they don't really have to think about it. So that's one thing. Number two, we really need to know what we're selling. I don't know. Dragos, last I spoke to you, that seemed to be something you don't know either. It's a very fucking important thing for marketing, to know what we're selling. Can't really do content marketing without this understanding. And last but not least, yeah, just even if they put us on retainer and or do these spreadsheets, we really need help to make these avatars, because otherwise we don't know who we're writing for. So basically, these are our questions. Again, the ultra short version. Either they need to get more involved or put me in retainer. They need to help us by showing us what they're trying to sell and what it's going to do for the target audiences. And what was number 3? Number 3, that's just personally for us. If they're not going to put us on retainer, we would really like some form of pre-funding because they need a lot of content. And I don't know them like I do you guys. So that's basically it. The price. So the prices, if they don't do the retainer, would be $100 for 500 words of text. If they order at least 5 of these short articles a week, they get a 20% discount. So per week, every 5th article free. Or if they order more, a 20% discount. All this extra announcements and stuff. I mean, I think we could come up with a package where it's something like, let's say, so a 500 word post is $100. And let's say we write 3 social media announcements at a total of like 150 words. Email announcement, 150 words. And like a Telegram message of 50 to 75 words. We'd be happy to write these. Probably actually not for every blog post. Maybe we could write them every couple of days, like as a short digest of whatever is the hottest thing that they're posting. So we could probably do this for like $60 to maximum $75, just depending on exactly how much stuff they want. Or again, if they do it with retainer, it'll just be cheaper for them. A retainer just would help us allocate a certain amount of time to all things Acropolis related every month. And because it would save us from looking for new clients, we'd have like them as a stable client. We could just basically be more cost effective for them and do a lot more writing and especially a lot more of like this stuff at very little extra cost. So